Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. Merry Christmas. It's the day after Christmas for me. Got a day off work today, so I'm spending a little time out in the shop today, just kind of tinkering around. Got a little story to tell you about a Mustang radiator. We got our engine in the Mustang, got it running and everything, and had the cap on it, and built up pressure, started leaking out of the upper tank. A little disappointing, and well, it is what it is. I mean, the radiator's pretty old, and anyway, it was leaking. So, shopping around, trying to figure out what I was going to do with the radiator, and checked my normal supplier and their competitors, and they're all about the same price for radiators, about $350 for a new radiator. Aluminum style radiator was even more, probably $100 more. So I got to looking around, got to Autozone and O'Reilly's website, and I think their radiators were about the same price, but I was looking at the Autozone, or the O'Reilly radiator, and it was $180 new. Now the picture they had, and I'll show you that here in a minute, showed, you know, an OEM style radiator. Well, that's not what I got, and actually it turned out better than I thought. I'm really happy with the radiator I got, but O'Reilly's website's really misleading. But I guess the moral of the story is you don't have to go to a Mustang supplier to get your parts. You can go to O'Reilly's, AutoZone. I've had pretty good luck with Napa too, getting parts last minute. And of course, Rock Auto is always a good one to go to as well. So let's take a look here, and I'll show you the what I found on their website right quick. And this is a two-part, one video, cramming two things into it. So we're doing the radiator, and the last half of the video is going to be about the fuel tank. So appreciate you guys watching, and let's take a look at what we found. Okay, so I'm not real tech savvy, so I'm doing this from my work phone. Here's the radiator that I found on O'Reilly's, $181 basically. It qualified for free delivery, and if you notice up here, they had a sale right now. I think when I bought this radiator, I had a similar sale too, so I don't think I paid $181 for it. I think I paid more like $170 or something like that. So anyway, when you look at the details, measurements is the same. Let's get in here and see what else we say about it. All right. So there it is. Looks like OEM to me, right? So I went with this one. Like I said, $181. Here's the only thing that really mentions the aluminum here. So the core material and the tank material is aluminum. That should have been a red flag. Should have known better. But like I said, I ended up liking the thing anyway. But I did leave them ratings and reviews. Left them a review here. There we go. I gave them 5 stars on it, but basically told them in a nutshell, you know, this is not the radiator in the picture. It's an all aluminum radiator, and it looks like it's handcrafted, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I included some pictures with it too. So if you're looking for an inexpensive radiator for your Mustang with a 6-cylinder, this would be the way to go. Can't beat that price. I've got it in and it's working. So let's take a look at some more video here. I went with O'Reilly's, and this is the one I got. Can you see that? Okay, so that looks original, right? 433251. That's what I ordered. That's what they shipped on my paperwork. That is the number on the box. 433251. this is what we got. All aluminum, 3 rows. Actually, 2 big rows. 2 big rows. And it looks like it's got the correct nozzles on it. 1.25 inch. And it's got the transmission cooler in it and a nice drain nozzle here. So I'm not sure what I've got here. I like it, but I'm curious to what this radiator actually is. So we're going to get on the manufacturer's website right quick and see what they have to say. So, all right, are we rolling?
Yes.
Okay. So we tried to do some research online on this Murray radiator.
Came up empty-handed.
Yeah, really came up empty-handed. It all points back to O'Reilly's, and everything points back to O'Reilly. So I don't know if they're like an exclusive manufacturer for O'Reilly's or whatever, but I'm kind of liking the radiator. It's not, you know, really the look I was going for. I was wanting kind of a factory look, but for $180, I think we're going to go with that one, and it'd be a really easy upgrade someday to get back to this one. So we measured the original radiator. Our hole mounting holes are the same distance. We got the water hose connections are the same size, and we transferred the automatic transmission cooler line pipe fittings. We transferred them in, so we're ready to put this one in. So we'll put it in and get it hooked up and get back to y'all. All right. Okay, so we got the radiator in. I really think I'm really starting to like it now a lot more. I've got a bigger gap here because this tank is narrow. So I don't know if I'm going to have a problem with air passing through here or not, but we can always fix that, put a rubber seal here. But I really like the aluminum tank. I think that looks pretty cool. Pretty hot rodish, huh? What do you guys think? Jax, you like it?
Yeah.
Looks hot rodish. Okay. All right, so we're gonna hook up the hoses and we're gonna fill it up with coolant. And I gotta hook up the transmission lines too, so we're gonna get busy. We're gonna put the coolant back in now. Here we go, glug, glug, glug.
Do we need jug
Okay,
2?
need jug number 2.
Got it right here.
Here's the empty.
I came prepared.
So Jackson, what we learned about antifreeze?
Wow.
You remember we bought 1 gallon of concentrate and we mixed it.
With water.
We may need a funnel here.
Yeah, let's get a funnel.
Let's get
Probably
it's right
should.
behind you, right over here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And in goes the antifreeze.
This one was pretty full.
Yeah.
I get it down, I'll take the funnel away.
It's green.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty full right there. So
Yeah.
now what we got to do is start the engine and let it heat up. And I don't know, it's night. It's about 7 o'clock right now. So you guys want to start it tonight and get it hot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me, once you pause the video, just put a new aluminum radiator in our 66 Mustang. It's about ready to run out of gas. I'm running it off of a coffee can here. Okay. All right, so here's our O'Reilly's Murray radiator. Just showed you with the engine running. Kind of give you a little bit better shot of what it really looks like. I got a pretty good gap here now, and I think I pointed that out in an earlier video. So if we're going down the highway, I'm afraid air may start bypassing that, but I do remember I've got a rubber piece that goes in here too, so that may help seal that up. I need to get me overflow tank, so I just got a hose dripping down there for now. All the connections went in just fine. I've got really good airflow through it. The short amount of time I've ran this, I've not had any issues there. And you also have some pre-drilled holes here on the side, and I'm assuming a person could put an electric fan on this someday if they wanted to. You would just take your fan plate off, and you take a spacer off and then bolt the pulley up tight, and you'd have room for probably dual fans. That might be very helpful if I get a air conditioner in this thing someday. So really liking it. I think overall it gives it a really kind of a little bit of a custom look, and still keeping the originality of the engine bay. So anyway, next part is the fuel tank. Okay, here's the part 2 of the 1-part video. This is the fuel tank I got from Autozone. It was a little bit higher than my normal suppliers with $139.99, but I had $20 in rewards points, so I got this one. It's pretty close to OEM. It's got that same look on the top. The big difference here is it's not galvanized, it's powder coated gray. Same 16-gallon capacity. I left a review here. It looks like I'm the only one that left a review. I was going to get a coating to put on the inside of the tank, and most of the kits I found, the epoxy kits, were $70-$80. I thought, for another $70 I can have a brand new tank and I'm never going to have to worry about it. So that's the route I went. So anyway, use your rewards points to get this off. And again, if you shop at either AutoZone or O'Reilly's around the holiday time, some of the major holidays, they usually have $20-$30 off orders over $100. So I believe I only paid about $129 for this. Free shipping, I got it in a couple of days. It was amazing how fast I got this tank. So anyway, let's take a look at what I did to get it ready to put in. Okay, here's the old tank. It's pretty rusty, and it's had a little bit of rust on the inside, and I was concerned about it giving me problems later on down the road. So instead of getting an epoxy kit and trying to line the tank, I just opted to buy a new one. Okay, here's the powdered coated tank. What I did was scuffed it with a Scotch-Brite pad, and I sprayed this Rust-Oleum undercoating on the underneath side of the tank. I left the top side in a gray primer. Thought it turned out pretty good, and really enjoyed that matte finish on it. Okay, so here's the final product. Got the new tank in. I put a new gasket behind the cap here. New screws. And I went with a new hose. Definitely want to go with a new hose. And I reused the old clamps. And then got new bolts in it. I even put a new fuel cylinder in it and a gasket. Sorry I didn't include that in this video, but that's really easy to do. When you put your gas tank in, you want to put this rope cocking underneath the flange of the tank and the floor. That's 3M. There's the number on it, 08578. I put two rows side by side. So anyway, it's holding gas, no leaks, and no more running it off a coffee can.